Ooh, I look naked. Oh no. I need you guys to know in advance that I am not naked. But even if I was, like, who cares? Oh, worst shirt for this ever. So here we are. At least you guys know I'm not naked. So welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, I hope you're having a fabulous day. I am very excited about today's video. I have been absolutely loving doing all these different videos now that my skin is dry. So many of you guys are like, yes, Alex finally has dry skin. Because you guys, some of you have dry skin and you've been watching me with my oily skin for so long. Props to you for sticking around. And props to all my oily skin people who are still here and just like to hang out. Y'all the real MVPs. So because I'm doing so many just like updated skincare routines, if you guys haven't been watching, I do have an Accutane playlist documenting my Accutane journey, my updated skincare. This is gonna be my updated foundation routine. If you are new or you did not know, I did start, I can't even take myself seriously in the viewfinder. So if you are new or you just don't know, I started Accutane a little over a month ago and my skin was extremely oily and now I am on the dry side, which is so weird for me, but I did incorporate tons of dry skin products, tons of hydrating products from the get-go. So I've been kind of combating that dryness, keeping it kind of under control. So if you have dry skin, maybe you're on Accutane, whatever, hopefully you'll find this video helpful. That's all I want, is to just hopefully be helpful in any sort of way. I found some really, really good products though that I am totally in love with that I think you will love too. I will link everything down below. Okay, so my skin is fully moisturized. If you want to see my skincare video for dry skin / Accutane skin, linked down below in the description box. So what I have been loving is the Laura Mercier. This is the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. It's like a really big bottle. This is what I have been using lately. It kind of just looks like a moisturizer, but I really like the way it feels. The second you put it on, you can just feel that moisture hit your skin. I've been looking for any excuse to use this silicone brush. So this feels really good on. It definitely makes your makeup look smoother. I think anyone with dry skin would really like this primer. Something that I find really helpful now that my skin is dry is having some sort of like a hydrating mist. Even throughout the day, my skin will kind of start to feel like tight and I guess that dryness, you know how it just feels kind of like clenched, like give me moisture. So I picked this up at Target a few days ago and I've been obsessed ever since. It's the Pixi Milky Hydrating Mist. So it has hyaluronic acid, which we know is a hydrating property that's so great. So I use this before makeup, after makeup, during the day, just for some hydration over my makeup. It kind of refreshes your makeup. So I kind of like to just spray that in between a few steps as well to keep that hydration locked in. I'm gonna pull a James Charles and get this bad boy dry. It is really though a great idea because there are so many steps in makeup where like you're just waiting for something to dry. Don't knock it till you try it. So my skin feels already just so moisturized. It is such a good feeling. Now we can get into the actual makeup. So I like to start with the Revlon Photo Ready Color Correcting Pen. This is in the green shade. So it just comes in a little pen applicator. So I'm just going to dot this anywhere I have hyperpigmentation or, you know, acne going on, a lot of scarring I still have, like those 3 red dots. I don't know when those scars are gonna go away. I am working on it. Check out that skincare routine because I have like fading products for acne. Just anywhere you have red or purple undertones, this will just kind of cancel that out underneath your foundation. I have a new favorite foundation that I love. I am so crazy obsessed with this foundation. It is so beautiful and I feel like even when I was oily I could use this, so I feel like everyone should try it. There's like a reason so many people rave about it. It is so pricey, but I kind of rotate on it, try not to use too much. You really don't need that much either, especially if you conceal, you know, your splotches first. It is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I feel like for so long I've heard people talk about this, and the second my skin I knew was gonna go dry, I was like, I have to try it. I always thought I was too oily for it because it's definitely more of like a luminous, you know, glowy foundation, and when I was oily I really strayed away from those because I did not want to look greasy. And if you're wondering, I am the shade 4.5 and it's pretty much perfect. So personally, I'll kind of just dab that red concealer in. Did I say red? Green. Oh shoot. I like to blend it in with my finger. I feel like if I use, you know, a beauty blender, the product kind of just vanishes on me. So I like to just take the product right on my beauty blender and start to work it all over. This foundation is just absolutely beautiful, and now that my skin is dry, it just adds that hydration that I feel like I need, and it looks beautiful all day. I was on a photo shoot last week and I was there for 8 hours and it still looked flawless at the end of the day. Side note, I have switched from my beauty blender back to my Fenty Beauty sponge. This sponge is just the best sponge I've ever used. I don't know why it's so good or how. It just has like a really amazing texture. I feel like it's almost more like more squishy, more dense, but more soft all at the same time. I bought it kind of on a whim and totally fell in love with it. If you're looking for like a new beauty blender or beauty sponge situation, just try this and see if you're as in love with it as I am. It's so soft. Like the color matches my neck so perfectly. It looks pale, but trust me, your girl is pale. That's why we do bronzer after. And this stuff literally just feels like you have nothing on your face. It is so lightweight. It's definitely a medium coverage, but you can definitely build it up. I have tried before. But look how glowy. Ooh, I love it. I've always wanted to be glowy and I finally can be. Time to highlight our face. So I have been loving the Bare Mineral Barepro concealers. They feel really creamy and they feel pretty hydrating. They have a nice natural luminous finish. They don't dry down to feel like really dry and matte. So I like to mix the shades Warm 02 and Neutral 03. And I'm just gonna go in and do the center of my face. And I really do just mix the two colors. And I just go in and blend that out. Thankfully, it doesn't dry down, you know, way too quickly where you have to like get in there really fast. Sometimes, you know, those kind of cream contours and concealers and things like that dry, you know, way too fast. And it has a really like beautiful, you know, full but natural coverage. Been really loving Bare Minerals Barepro line. I don't love the foundation, but I love pretty much everything else. The foundation was just like a little too heavy for me. So I just like to take that concealer everywhere I want to brighten. I'm really into like highlighting my face. You know, I almost like highlighting more than contouring. I just think it looks really beautiful and it kind of brings the focus to the center of your face. I'm someone who has to bake my under eyes because I have this line right under here that will just crease like crazy if I don't within like a few minutes. So I just use the Airspun translucent powder and I blend this out one last time to get rid of any lines, and then I use the other side. So I use this to blend and this side to bake, which is why I love this sponge. And I just put it everywhere that I used that concealer. And I let it rest. In this stage, this is, I feel like I have powder everywhere. At this time, I would typically go in and like start to do my eyebrows and my eye makeup, but I did it in advance today. So after I let this bake for a few minutes, I'm gonna go in with the Bare Minerals Barepro Performance Wear Powder Foundation in the shade Warm Light 07. Like I said, I'm loving all the Barepro stuff from Bare Minerals. It's just really good. It looks really natural. So I'll just take this on a large powder brush, and I like to just set the rest of the areas that we did not bake. I like this powder foundation because it just sets everything in place for the day, but it gives me, you know, that little extra boost that little extra boost of like natural looking coverage. And then I just kind of wipe my baking away. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D. So after I've baked, I love to add a little bit of extra brightness. So I will take these two top left shades, Levitation and Lyric. I'm taking this on a tapered face brush from Sigma, and I just apply it right under my eye, and you can see how much brighter this looks. I just have to bake. Like, some people can just go in, you know, with this powder after they put their concealer on, but I have to bake first or it's a hot mess. But it just brightens up so much. I love this palette. Okay, now it's time to bronze and contour. I like to take the middle shade, which is called Shadow Play. It's a bit warmer of the three shades, and I just use a big fluffy brush And I'm just going to warm up my skin. I just work it on my temples, down onto my cheek. And I take my time really blending that just so it looks, you know, natural. See how much better my face looks with bronzer. Then I'm going to just take this cool tone and work a little bit for contour. I'm not going with sharp contour anymore. I find that it never looks blended enough. So I just take a tiny bit of that cool color and then I blend it all in afterwards. And then the contour looks snatched. I feel like snatched is such a love or hate word. It's something where you're like, oh yes, snatched. That nose contour is snatched. Or it's like, why do people say snatched? I personally like the word. I should stop blending. After a while, you've done all you can. Then I'll take Subconscious again, which we just used to add a little bit of contour. And I like to contour my nose lightly. If I'm going all in on the nose contour, I would have used a cream contour first, but just on like a day-to-day, this is easy to do. By bringing it up and connecting it to this brow area, that's how you're gonna make it look more natural. And then I'll just take some of this light shade and plop it right up in the center here. And that's just how I do a quick nose contour. Now it's time for blush. I love blush. I have been loving the Urban Decay Sin Afterglow palette. It has highlighters and blush. It's a really gorgeous new palette. Love these two blushes. I pretty much combine them every day. And I just like to focus my blush right up above my contour here. If you're someone with a rounder face, putting that blush up here will kind of pull your face back and just appear a little bit more chiseled and give you that oval shape. And then I start to kind of blend it over. It's all about where you concentrate product. Like where you put that brush first is where the most product is going to go. So if I start it here and then blend it down into my apple, you know, it's gonna look better for me personally. I just feel like it's such a misconception that you have to put blush like on the apple, but sometimes that doesn't work for everyone. It's so pretty. It's just such a delicate, soft, pretty blush. It's like perfect for spring. And you can't really use too much of it. I don't feel like it's too heavy. So if you're heavy-handed and you put a big splotch of blush on, it's not gonna look crazy. It can blend out, you know, really gorgeously. And finally, it's time to highlight. So I'm gonna use that same palette and I'm gonna use this shade in the corner here called Sin. It's pretty much just like a gorgeous golden highlighter. Such a soft, pretty highlight. And I'm just using a Crown Jumbo Kabuki fan brush. I get questions about this brush quite a bit. It's my favorite brush to highlight with. I feel like it just does it so effortlessly, and a little bit on the tip of my nose, on the Cupid's bow. Like if you're someone, I feel like when I don't use this brush, my highlight always looks like a strip on my cheek and I can never really get it to blend. But this, because it's so thick, it just blends really gorgeously. And I might put a little above my brow. I'm just gonna throw some lipstick on for you. I just threw on the shade Kiki from the KKW lip creams. And I'm gonna go in now and give it a spritz. Like I said, the Pixi is great, but I also sometimes use the Mario Badescu spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. I used this one before I found this, but they're both really good. So we'll switch it up. This looks beautiful setting makeup. All of the Mario Badescu sprays, I feel like they make that powder melt down. It gives you a really beautiful, radiant, natural finish on your makeup. This is great to use beforehand as well. I just really like this. Sometimes I incorporate it into my skincare routine just for like a little bit of an extra hydration, and it's also good for redness. Back to looking naked. I hope you guys enjoy. I have to put my arms up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know what other dry skin videos or any videos in general that you'd like to see soon. I love you so much. You are beautiful and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.